Welcome to the season of self-love, your daily dose of inspiration and encouragement. I'm your host, Nyomi, and I am thrilled to be here with you today. This podcast is brought to you by Ask Nyomi and Elevate Me Self-Discovery. Are you ready to elevate your mindset and embrace the power of self-love? Well, you've come to the right place. Each day we'll dive into topics that will empower and inspire you on your journey towards self-discovery and personal growth. Whether you're looking to cultivate healthy relationships, boost your confidence, or find balance in your life, this podcast is here to support your every step on the way. We believe that self-love is the foundation of living a fulfilled and joyful life. And together we explore practical tips, insightful interviews, and transformative stories that will leave you feeling inspired and motivated. So join me Monday through Friday as we embark on this daily adventure of self-love. Tune in to the Season of Self-Love podcast to start your day on a positive note and discover the limitless potential within yourself. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Today is Thursday, February 8th, 2024, and I want to welcome you back, all of my beautiful listeners, to the Season of Self-Love podcast, and I am your host, Nyomi Banks, and today we will be diving into a deep and more essential quality that lies in the heart of our personal growth and well-being, and that's resilience. And today we will explain how to cultivate this incredible strength and to bounce back stronger than ever before from our life challenges. So let's take a quick break, and then when we come back, we will talk about the understanding of resilience. All right, it's your girl, Goddess Nyomi Banks, here on the Season of Self-Love podcast, and we'll be right back. All right, my sexy people, are you ready to be inspired and motivated to create the life of your dreams? Then mark your calendars for February 15th at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, because Ask Nyomi Bridging the Gap, we are back live and with an incredible guest. So get ready to meet Mo, the Goddess, a lifestyle coach, entrepreneur, and the author of the captivating book, Permission to Power. You won't want to miss this captivating conversation as Mo, the Goddess, dives deep into her personal journey, revealing the challenges she has overcome, the lessons she's learned, and the breakthroughs that transformed her life. So mark your calendars for February 15th at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time and join us live for an unforgettable episode of Ask Nyomi Bridging the Gap podcast. Get ready to be inspired, motivated, and discover the power within you to create the life that you deserve. So don't miss this opportunity to gain valuable insights from Mo, the Goddess herself. Tune in to Ask Nyomi Bridging the Gap podcast live on February 15th at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. You definitely don't want to miss.
Welcome to the Season of Self-Love podcast with Nyomi Banks, where every day is a chance to embrace self-discovery and personal growth. Join Nyomi on a transformative journey, streaming exclusively on Spotify and Breaker. With daily episodes from Monday through Friday, podcast is your daily dose of inspiration, motivation, and self-love. Dive deep into engaging conversations about self-care, mindfulness, and personal development. Nyomi brings you expert insights, practical tips, and uplifting stories from thought leaders in the field. Embark on a journey of self-discovery and unlock the power of self-love. Mark your calendars and tune in to the Season of Self-Love podcast, available every weekday on Spotify and Spreaker. Remember, it's time to prioritize yourself and embrace the beautiful season of self-love. Get inspired and join Nyomi Banks on the Season of Self-Love podcast.
All right, well, welcome back. It's your girl, Goddess Nyomi Banks, here on the Season of Self-Love podcast. And today we're talking about building resilience and bouncing back stronger than ever. And today is today's topic. So before we embark on this journey, let's begin with a 60-second guided breathing exercise just to center ourselves and prepare us for today's enlightening discussion. All right. So I just want let's take a moment to find a comfortable position. I want you to close your eyes and focus on your breath. I want you to Inhale deeply through your nose, filling your lungs with air. And then I want you to slowly exhale, releasing any tension or stress. Now, as we continue to breathe, I want you to allow yourself to feel grounded and present in this moment. Now just breathe in again. Breathe out. Breathe in one more time. Breathe out. Now, this practice, the first step is towards building a resilience and creating a space for calm and focus within us. So you can open your eyes now. Something short, sweet. And if you're just new here to the Season of Self-Love podcast, this is something that we do every day. We do a nice little breathing exercise to get us grounded, to get us centered so we can be able to get ourselves ready and available to receive whatever the topic is for today. All right, so let's get back into the topic in hand, and it is to building resilience and backing back stronger than ever. And in this segment, it's all about understanding resilience. And resilience is our ability to adapt and thrive in the face of adversity. It's not just about enduring tough times, but it's about emerging from them with the greater strength and wisdom. So today we'll discuss the common challenges that test our resilience. And also I'll share tips on how developing a resilient mindset, okay? So first, understanding resilience is the foundation of our journey of bouncing back stronger, right? So here are common challenges that test our resilience along with tips of developing a resilient mindset. First one is failure and setbacks. So the tip is to embrace the failure as a learning opportunity rather than a defeat. So reflect on what went wrong and identify lessons learned and use it as a stepping stone towards improvement. Also maintain a positive outlook and focus on the progress made rather than dwelling on the setback. The next one is stress and uncertainty. Stress and uncertainty. For me, I was always want to know why and how. Why and how. How did that happen? Why is that named that? Why is that named that? And even looking towards the future or not sure if anything is going to happen or it's going to, and that brings stress. So what you need to do is practice stretch management techniques such as mindfulness, deep breathing exercise, or hobbies that help you to relax and stay grounded. Break down the overwhelming task into smaller, manageable steps to reduce anxiety and to cultivate a mindset of adaptability and flexibility to navigate uncertainty with resilience. The next one is criticism and rejection. Yes, a lot of us face the criticism and rejection. So the tip for that is to develop a self-awareness and confidence in your abilities to withstand criticism. View the feedback as constructive, separate from personal worth or from external opinions, but seek support from trusted circles of friends or mentors who can provide a perspective and encouragement during these challenging times. So use rejection as a motivation to improve and grow stronger. So by implementing these tips and strategies, individuals can cultivate a resilient mindset that enables them to bounce back from adversity, face challenges with courage, and to adopt the changing circumstances that effectively. All right, so let's do this. Let's take a quick break. And then when we come back, we'll talk about that. I have some strategies for building resilience. All right. It's your girl, the goddess, NmW&x here on the Season of Self-Love podcast. And we'll be right back.
Hey, my sexy people, it's your girl, the goddess, NmW&x. And I finally did it. I've written my first book. Well, actually, it's a living journal. It's called Good Morning, My Sexy People, where I share my stories in different posts, but help a healing workbook for you. So it's 90 days to kick off your healing living journey. Pre-purchase now. Go to asknaomi.com and hit shop. Blessings.
Hi, I'm Dr. William C. Washington, aka Dr. Will, your friendly neighborhood counselor. One of the biggest things that I want to tell you about is that I'm a health psychologist, a licensed professional clinical counselor supervisor, an MDMA assisted therapist, a ketamine assisted therapist, a psychedelic integration prep specialist. I'm a researcher, a mentor, a supervisor, and also an artist. One of the biggest things about Washington Wellness Institute is that I created this to modernize the way that we look into the world. And I hate to say it, but we're finally getting rid of the old ways of thinking. I want to bring in the silver age of psychology. And to do that, I've even created a model called restorative enhancement modality that focuses on motive and purpose to make healing a lifestyle. I want to offer this to you. I want to offer this to the world and to anyone that's ready to learn. So, if you're ready, sign up today. Be kind to yourself and heal always.
All right, welcome back to the Season of Self-Love Podcast. I am your host, NmW&x. And today we are talking about building resilience and bouncing back stronger than ever. And in our last segment, we talked about understanding resilience and the common challenges and the tips of developing the resilient mindset. So in this segment, it's all about building resilience. So strategies for building resilience. And here are some practical tips and tools for building and bouncing back stronger. One of them is cultivating self-awareness. It's about encouraging a self-reflection to understand your strengths, your weaknesses, and your triggers. So by doing this, you practice mindfulness and meditation to stay present and manage your emotions effectively. The next one is healthy coping mechanism. It's all about engaging in activities or exercises with healthy eating and sufficient sleep to support your physical and mental well-being, as well as seek professional help or therapy if needed to process emotions and building coping strategies. Another one is to build a support network. Surround yourself with positive and supportive individuals who uplift you during your tough times. Strengthen your relationships with friends and families or community groups to create a strong social support system. Another one, and we'll continue to say, is set realistic goals. Break down those larger goals into smaller, achievable tasks to maintain motivation and progress. And celebrate those small victories along the way to boost confidence and momentum. Practice adaptability. Embrace change as a natural part of life and focus on solutions rather than dwelling on the problems. So then you develop flexibility in your thinking and in your behavior to navigate unexpected changes with resilience. And all in all, maintain a positive mindset. Cultivate optimism by reframing negative situations into opportunities for growth. Practice gratitude and appreciation for the blessings in your life to foster a positive outlook. So all in all, these strategies into your daily life, incorporating them into your daily life, you can strengthen your resilience, enhance your ability to bounce back from setbacks, and you can cultivate a mindset of growth and empowerment. So I want you to remember that resilience is a skill that can be developed and nurtured over time with practice and dedication. But also what I want to share with you, because it's something that we talked about a lot, we talk about self-reflection and mindfulness. And I want to share with you how powerful these tools can truly be to you. All right. They can significantly contribute to the building of your resilience. And here's how they can help. With reflection, with self-reflection. Increase self-awareness, self-reflection prompts you to explore your thoughts, emotions, and behaviors to leading to a deeper understanding of yourself. When you're able to truly look at yourself and understand what all of that is, the positive, the negatives, all of that is within you, and you embrace it. That's when it becomes self-awareness. When you're able to understand which your triggers and your behaviors on what it is, not only to yourself, but to others. When you start to understand that in yourself, and then you start to apply growth and changes to them, that's self-reflection. Now, identifying your strengths and weakness by reflecting on past experiences, you can recognize your strengths that have helped you to overcome challenges and identify areas where you can improve. Another one is learning from mistakes. And what I want to say, learning from the choices that you made. So reflecting on the setbacks allows you to glean valuable lessons, which can inform your future decisions and actions. And I remember speaking on this once before about a lot of the lessons from the choices that we made before, that those lessons are teachable tools at this moment right now. And also what I feel is that you are able to apply a lot of those lessons that were learned from those choices that you made before, whether they were good or bad choices, that you are now able to use them in your life today. When you really sit back and you look at some of these choices that you made, and you're like, oh, how did I get through that? And then you apply it to right now. A lot of times you can see things coming before they even get there because you have the experience of those situations or those lessons that were learned before. Improved problems, solving skills. So self-reflection enhances your critical thinking and problems solving ability, and it enables you to approach challenges with a more strategic mindset. So it enhances emotional intelligence by understanding your own emotions and reactions through self-reflections, and it will help you to regulate your response effectively and successfully in stressful situations. So what I just explained to you before is this all about self-reflecting and with your self-awareness, and how that is one part of the tools that is very, very needed for your journey. The next one is mindfulness. Being in the present moment awareness. Mindfulness practices such as a meditation, it will train you to be fully present in the moment and helping you to let go of past regrets and future anxieties. But also what mindfulness does is stress reduction. Mindfulness techniques can reduce stress levels by promoting relaxation, calming the mind, and fostering a sense of inner peace. Another thing that mindfulness can do is emotional regulation. Being mindful allows you to observe your emotions without judgments, giving you a space to choose how to respond rather than react impulsively. As well as it gives us a resilience to adversity. Regular mindfulness practice builds our mental resilience by increasing our capacity to bounce back from difficulties and face challenges with equanimity. So cultivating attitude mindfulness encourages you to appreciate the present moment and acknowledge the aspect of your life. So fostering a sense of gratitude that can bolster your resilience. So by integrating self-reflection and mindfulness into a daily routine, you can, in your self-awareness, emotional regulation, and ability to adapt to challenging circumstances, ultimately strengthen your resilience while empowering you to navigate life's ups and downs with greater ease and grace. So let's take a quick break, and then when we come back, I'll share with you some self-love practice on resilience, all right? It's your girl, the Goddess Nyomi Banks, here on the Season of Self-Love podcast, and we'll be right back.
All right, my sexy people, are you ready to be inspired and motivated to create the life of your dreams? Then mark your calendars for February 15th at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, because Ask Naomi Bridging the Gap, we are back live and with an incredible guest. So get ready to meet Mo, the goddess, a lifestyle coach, entrepreneur, and the author of the captivating book, Permission to Power. You won't want to miss this captivating conversation as Mo, the goddess, dives deep into her personal journey, revealing the challenges she has overcome, the lessons she's learned, and the breakthroughs that transformed her life. So mark your calendars for February 15th at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time and join us live for an unforgettable episode of Ask Naomi Bridging the Gap podcast. Get ready to be inspired, motivated, and discover the power within you to create the life that you deserve. So don't miss this opportunity to gain valuable insights from Mo, the goddess herself. Tune in to Ask Naomi Bridging the Gap podcast live on February 15th at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. You definitely don't want to miss it.
It's your girl, the goddess Nyomi Banks, here on the Season of Self-Love podcast, and I welcome you back. Today we're speaking on building resilience and bouncing back stronger than ever. And in the last segment, I shared some strategies on building as well as the power in mindfulness and self-reflection in building your resilience. All right, I'm sorry, we just had a little mishap, and I had to smooth through. All right, so for this segment is self-love, practicing for resilience, and self-love is a powerful tool in our resilience building toolkit. And in this segment, we'll engage in meditation or mindfulness, exercise focused on self-compassion, as well as followed by affirmations and self-care practices. And it's designed to nurture our resilience. So embracing self-love, especially during challenging time, is very crucial to our capacity to bounce back stronger. So I was debating if I should do a guided meditation, mindfulness meditation, which I do on Fridays and what we do every day before we start the topic. But I said, well, no, let's do this. Let's kind of break it down and kind of give them some words or some directions on how, to be able to do it for themselves. So I don't know exactly where you are right now, if you're in your office or you just at home or whatever. And if I'll give you a moment to go get a piece of paper, but as the doctor said, get your purpose pen and your purpose paper. And I'm going to just give you some directions on how to do it. And then you can actually use this mindful exercise yourself. And this mindful exercise is for compassion, all right? All right. So first, what you need to do is you need to find a quiet and comfortable space where you can sit down or lay down or whatever is comfortable for you. Now, also, you can either close your eyes, or if you find something to focus on, that's good. I do them both ways. Depend on what kind of day I'm having. Sometimes I have a day where I just want to stare at something and have my mind focused there, out the window sometimes. Or sometimes I close my eyes to where that helps me. But once you do that, just take deep breaths. Nice, deep, long breaths. Inhale in through the nose, as we always say, and exhale through the mouth. And when you do that, inhale it in, inhale slowly to where you can feel your belly full. Now, when you do that, it allows yourself to relax and be present in the moment, okay? So then the next is you can either place your hands on your over your heart or any part of your body, and this is for compassion. So remember, this mindfulness is for compassion. So if you put it over your hand, over your heart, as you are breathing in and out, it gives a certain sensation, a calmness, a relaxation. It puts you at ease. All right? So now I want you to write these affirmations down, because these are affirmations that you are going to repeat to yourself. either silently or out loud. The first one, may I be kind to myself in times of struggle. I'm going to repeat it again to you. May I be kind to myself in times of struggle. All right, here's another affirmation. I deserve love and compassion as much as anyone else. I'm going to repeat it again. I deserve love and compassion just as much as anyone else. All right, and here's one more I'm going to share with you. I acknowledge my challenges with gentleness and understanding. I'm going to repeat it one more time. I acknowledge my challenges with gentleness and understanding. So I want you to focus on sending yourself these feelings of warmth and kindness and acceptance. And I want you to imagine a warm, soothing light radiating from your head and filling your entire being with love. I want you to stay in this compassionate space for a few moments, allowing yourself to receive the kindness that you freely give to others. So you can take this, what I just gave you, and you can do this on a daily. Any time of the day, as many times as you want to. If you want to put some soothing music behind you while you do it, that's fine. Or if you want to just sit in complete silence, that's fine. All right. So now I'm going to share a few self-care practices to nurture your resilience. I know we do self-care all the time, but one, physical self-care, engage in regular exercise to boost your endorphins and reduce stress. The walk around at park, jumping jacks, swimming. I love to swim. Prioritize nutritious meal and stay hydrated to support your physical well-being. And get enough restful sleep to rejuvenate your body and mind. And that's very, very important. One thing is that we tend not to do. We tend not to take care of this. We don't take care of our body. We don't get enough to eat, and we don't eat the right things. We don't move our body. Even dancing helps me a lot. Get that blood pumping. Get it moving, because if you don't move enough, you're going to stay stagnated. And what that do? That gives you stagnated energy. And sleep. All three of those things that I just said, that helps you to rejuvenate your body and your mind. And now it gives you that motivated energy. Now you're not tired. Now you're not exhausted. Next is emotional self-care. Practice journaling or talking to a trusted friend or therapist about your feelings and experience. The funny thing is, when I thought about, and it took me this long to even understand this concept. I remember as a little girl, as a young teenager, whatever, I remember writing in my diary. Diary was my first introduction to journaling. Now, I don't know if guys, and I'm being honest, when I was coming up and growing up, all I knew is that girls had diaries. I didn't know of any guys that had diaries. You know what I'm saying? So for me, journaling, I've always done it, but I did it in the process of my diary. It's seriously, the other day I was thinking about it, and I was like, wow, I've been journaling all of my life. Even though I've been journaling now for years, and that's why I'm laughing at myself, and I never put two and two together, like, I was always doing this. I was doing it in my diary, and I gave it to my daughters. I gave them diaries as they were growing up. Literally. So they have like the hundreds of, so not even understanding and knowing, and I'm just being honest, that I was setting them up, and when I say this, setting them up for success, meaning that I was teaching them mindfulness. I was teaching them how to journal their feelings. I say, Nyomi, you didn't know that? No, I didn't put two and two together. I just didn't put two and two together. As teenage girls, we go through a whole lot. I know I did. And that book, and what I learned about writing in my diaries from Girl Scouts. I didn't learn that from my mom. And even though my mom is a writer, she writes, but I didn't learn that from her. I learned that from Girl Scouts. My very first diary I got was from Girl Scouts. And it was just write how your day went, write how you feeling, write your emotions in here. That was the thing. Write your emotions in here. And I would write my emotions in my diary, not knowing that all along I was literally practicing mindfulness. And I don't know if I had shared this the other day or if I was talking to somebody, but I remember having these silent stare moments to myself, that I would sit in a moment and just stare and focus. And then it kind of helped me like to do a quick reset, if that makes sense. And I did it a lot. And it was just, now I say, oh, that was just me resetting something in my mind, because when I did that, I was able to focus and get better on a situation that I was going through or what I was doing at that time, if that makes sense. I hope I'm not rambling too much, but if that makes sense. All right, next is to engage in activities that bring you joy and relaxation, such as reading, listening to music, and spending time in nature, as well as setting boundaries to protect your emotional energy and avoid burnout. Next is mental self-care, incorporating mindfulness, meditation, deep breathing. We've spoke of that into your daily routine. It can calm your mind and increase your self-awareness, but also challenge your negative self-talk and replace it with positive affirmations and self-compassionate thoughts. So when you engage in these activities that stimulate your mind, such as learning something new or solving a puzzle. Next is social self-care. Foster supportive relationship with friends and family members who uplift and encourage you. It's so important to surround yourself with positive people. It's so important to surround yourself with people that are motivating, that is always doing something, that's always on a go. For me, I always want to be surrounded by someone who inspires me. I always want to be surrounded by people that may be 3 or 4 steps ahead of me, because now I'm actively learning from others. I don't always want to be the one that's 3 or 4 steps ahead of everyone else in the room. I don't mind being in a room like that. I actually want that bad. So then there are people that I can learn from. There are certain situations and perspectives that I can see, that I can put into my life. Y'all understand that? All right. Seek out a sense of community and join groups where you feel a sense of belonging and connection. All right. Practice empathy and kindness towards others while fostering a positive social environment. So by combining self-compassion and intentional self-care practices, you can cultivate a resilience and strengthen your ability to navigate life's challenges with grace and inner strength. All right. So our show is ending. It is ending. Okay. So as we wrap today's episode, Just revisit some of the key points that we've already discussed with building resilience. And then I encourage you to reflect on these insights, and I invite you to share your own stories or your thoughts on cultivating resilience. Because see, your journey is a testament of the power of bouncing back stronger than ever. So I thank you again for joining me on the Season of Self-Love podcast. And I want you to stay tuned for our next episode where we'll continue to explore the themes of personal growth and self-love. So until then, remember that resilience is within you. So be ready to be awakened and nurtured. So let's embrace this journey together, one step at a time. As I always say, be good to one another and yourselves. And keep it sexy. Have a good one.
Thank you for listening to the Season of Self-Love podcast. If you have any questions or would like to connect with us, you can follow us on social media. Just search for the Season of Self-Love on Instagram. And if you have any questions or topics you'd like us to cover, feel free to email us at elevateme9999@gmail.com. And remember, you are worthy of love, growth, and happiness. So keep shining bright, and I'll see you tomorrow for another episode of the Season of Self-Love. Be good to one another and yourselves, and always keep it sexy. Send the light, love, and prayers.